Well, he's trying to position himself or fashion himself after that really famous artist. What's his name?
Wait,
Uh, I know who you're talking about. The white one, right?
No, he's black.
Oh, Basquiat.
Basquiat,
oh,
yeah.
Basket. Oh,
But it looked good on
He
Basquiat.
like Basquiat and he like the white artist. And I got a painting from the white artist I need to get rid of.
Well, Basquiat, if you got a paint from him, I'm talking about he was selling his for 50 million, 100 million. But he died
Yeah, young too.
really young in
Yeah,
his
that
20s.
dude, that looked good on him.
It looks great on
Let
him.
me see.
Jay-Z,
Yeah, that's the
no.
style he going for.
Jay-Z, no. You're right
No,
about that.
Jay-Z cut it.
Well, it don't really look good on him either. I mean, but maybe because he made it famous.
Or maybe because it looks so bad on Jay.
Right.
It may look good on.
That's a good point.
Yeah, look at this. That's crazy.
It does look good on Basquiat.
That's just
Yeah,
like
This shit.
Samaraya. What's his name?
That's yeah.
Who made the outfit for Beyonce first? What was his name? Soriyama.
Yeah, well.
What about them tamales?
Yama.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
too hungry.
Is it two different stories? Or just, it's just one
That's just
story.
the one story.
Okay. Because that's my favorite.
What's up,
I
Facebook?
understand twice.
Yeah, I printed it.
Okay, great.
If it's not at this one, check the other one.
Okay, good.
Bring us in, Zoe, after Weather Fellowship.
Okay.
I see no list of names. I mean,
I
list
was
of
about
songs.
to print
She
it out.
printing now.
Yeah, I changed my mind again.
What?
I was gonna talk about.
You're rocking with the brunch bunch. It's a kinship, it's a friendship, it's a relationship, and all that means is what a brunch bunch ship right here on the brunch bunch on Inspiration 1390. You know what is my favorite day of the week? In order to know where you're going, you must know where you come from. That's what the Sankofa bird said. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and I'm sitting next to one of the most fabulous, giving, loving, forgiving.
And you know that I know what your angle is. It's your girl Tamira Fair on the air, and I am super excited on this Thursday because it's Friday Eve, y'all. Now, you know we're gonna do the 12 days of Christmas right here on the Brunch Bunch, but 5 of those days are gonna be gone because we're gonna be on vacation. No, I'm kidding.
Right. I'm like,
So
we
do
gonna
the
miss
7
it.
days
Kid.
of Christmas.
We're gonna bundle them up.
There you go. We're gonna bundle like insurance. Oh my God, that's so funny. Today we got a great show for you, as we do every single day. But today is gonna be a little bit different. We got a lot of hot topics to talk about, and
It's gonna be a little sweeter
a little
because we got the owners. Oh Lord, the Shawn Michelle's ice cream. I almost said Shawn Marie's. That's why I stumbled. Shawn Michelle's ice cream, one of my favorite ice
You
cream
should look at
shops.
your notes. It's okay.
They're not in front of me, actually.
Well, that's my point.
Oh, that was shade to Adam.
That's my
Well,
whole
listen,
point.
Shawn Michelle's ice cream will be with us in the building. Now, I did speak to, I believe, their publicist, social media manager, but she didn't get my message. I tried to tell them, if they wanted to bring some peach cobbler or ice cream, we wouldn't, be
Well, that's
opposed.
probably why they didn't offer you any tamales because you, if you mix tamales and ice cream, it's like mixing light and dark liquor.
Oh my goodness, that would be a disaster this afternoon.
Well,
But
yeah, because then you'd be calling talking about, my stomach is tore up. I ain't gonna be able to make it. All of that. That's when we put all the
that
equipment
sounds
at
like
the house.
Adam excuse for not coming. But listen, I put up on Instagram that this is my last year being fat, and I'm for real this time. So I'm gonna eat up everything now. But after 2023 is over.
Oh, you just put that on
I
there?
put that up yesterday.
Oh, look at your pictures from last year.
You know what?
I'm kidding.
Listen, speaking of last year, we're not gonna do it like we did last year. We're gonna do it even better. Listen, don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390. Excuse you, Deborah. What's up,
All I
baby?
said was look at your pictures from last year. You went to you fat.
I know, right, Lord.
No more hurdles in your property purchase. Buying, selling, or refinancing, we've got your back. Dial area code 773-616.
Oh, there's that video I was talking about.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, that's footage.
What is it?
What?
Area code
Beating his girlfriend up?
No,
Girlfriend
his
chasing
girlfriend chasing him. It's
Oh.
after the altercation, though, so we don't know what happened in the car. But he gets out and runs.
But for him to be running lets you know that he's not an abuser like that. Because I didn't see Ike running from Tina. Tamara mentioned yesterday that she didn't get whooped. She did the whooping.
Mm-hmm.
I had a girlfriend once. We were driving down Lakeshore Drive. I shared on the show. She kicked me out of nowhere from that passenger seat. See, I was the one being abused.
How you had an abusive girlfriend?
Had is the operative word. I got up out of that real quick. The only thing I'm sick
The
of.
music, the rundown is printed.
Did you have that song I sent you?
Oh, let me
From the Brunch Bunch. Now, your home is not just a place. It's a lifetime of memories, hard-earned and cherished.
Yeah.
At Secure Home and Automation, they understand what it means to protect these memories. As a great
What's up, Sugar?
they stand guard over 1 million homes and businesses, ensuring safety.
Tammy, do you have a business you'd like to spotlight for next week?
And you know what? Their response center is ever vigilant, providing top-notch monitoring for burglary, fire, carbon monoxide, and medical emergencies. They will fulfill and even exceed all industry.
Okay, I guess this is a nice list.
Tammy, they finally pushed your song through.
Did they?
The Eric Camp.
Oh, dang. It seemed like that should have been on already.
Yeah, it's gonna be on tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
They're safeguarding your home and preserving your peace.
So go ahead and call.
Okay, Zoe with the star song will be cut short. Right.
Today and make a wise choice to secure your tomorrow.
We got it. Oh, I see Pinnacle. Okay, you own it.
Now experience the promise of ultimate safety that they bring to you.
Zoe has been so amazing with doing the run down.
She loves us.
She does.
She really loves me though.
Clearly, because I wasn't included in the tamale.
I could go run and get you one right now if they still got it over there.
So, you know, it just seems like, well, first of all, yesterday I told you guys I was going to talk about Puffy, right? But then I get up and here is Jonathan Majors in the news, but I'm going to table him for tomorrow because I told you all we were going to talk about Puffy today. Promises made, promises kept. Now, it just seems like Puffy is when it rains, it pours, or in monsoons or tsunamis. And he's what? In the tsunami, right?
Yes.
And so I was literally looking at the transcripts. Don't ask me how I got the transcripts.
Right. How did you get the look? You said don't ask and I asked anyway.
Because, of course, you were. That's what I knew you were going to do. But the transcripts are daunting. Actually harrowing. Look it up if you don't know. But anyway, literally, I am so appalled at what these complaints are detailing because it is just no way to treat another human being. So Cassie in her complaint says that Combs was physically violent toward Ventura and controlled aspects of her life by introducing her to alcohol and also made her have sex with sex workers in front of him. Now that begs the question of what kind of person are you that you would have your beautiful girlfriend, because to me Cassie Ventura is just gorgeous, and you would have her in front of you making out, I'm saying making out because it's 1390,
right,
with other men in front of you. The lawsuit further alleges that she tried to end their relationship in 2018, but Combs forced his way into her house and raped her. Now, when it's somebody that you know and that you have a relationship with, it's hard to get the police involved in a rape case because it's harder to prove. It's already hard to prove.
She should have had Stacey Chauncey install cameras.
That part.
Dang.
That part. So now the complaint states that she is suffering from immense emotional distress and at one point checked herself into an inpatient rehabilitation center for having suicidal thoughts. So then after years of her silence and darkness, she was ready to tell her story and speak on her behalf. And she literally put forth into the public what kind of monster that she thinks, and I say that intentionally, my word choice is intentionally, that she thinks that he is, because I still am of the mindset that he does have to prove himself, because now he's got so many more allegations, right?
Because you're innocent until proven guilty in this country.
But you know what? What I did not know was that there was a New York Adult Survivors Act. And of course, the expiration on that is fast approaching. So now, of course, Cassie's lawsuit has been settled. It's done. We don't know how much. They didn't disclose how much money she got. But I will guess that it was a pretty substantial amount. So I looked up how much Diddy is worth. and he was worth at the time of when I looked it up $900 million, which is almost $1 billion, right?
Mhm.
Well, I assume that he probably had to peel her off 100 million, so he probably worth 800 million.
Yeah.
So now he has 4 other complaints, right?
Yeah.
That are legal. And literally it talks about in how he hoofed her in her head. I'm talking about took his foot and banged her in her head repeatedly, where she was even to the point of having contusions. Yeah, it gets really, really graphic. And I'm gonna stop there because it gets so graphic that it makes you sick to your stomach. So I don't know, but this really has some unequivocal repercussions that he may not be able to survive from. And of course, all of his sponsors are dropping him.
Yeah.
Didn't he start Revolt TV?
Yeah, yep. And so now he stepped down. 50 said he wanted to buy it. But I don't know, how that's gonna work out. I just think, it's unfortunate and it's kind of hard. But I don't agree with cancel culture. And
I understand, but you know what? I think when you start naming things, you got to be careful of what you name. Bad Boys Records, Bad Boy Entertainment, don't mean you got to be the baddest boy.
yeah.
Like literally, this is horrible. This is not just bad. You way past bad now.
Well, I don't think. So I don't think the name was the persona he was really trying to go
Are
at.
you nuts? Absolutely. Just like if you name your baby little monster,
right.
That's what you're gonna be.
Well, if you
A
name
little
it
monster.
Freddy Krueger or something, I guess. But listen, I think people said that people that went to college with Puffy for the brief time that he spent at Howard said that he was a lame. He didn't get a lot of attention. And so when you start getting that power, you never had power. But I give an example. Because you are a woman of means, right? And you have stories.
Did you say means or memes? MEMES.
Both. But you have stories of being a world traveler at a young age, being exposed to great things. So as you matriculated through life, you met people who never had nothing, and you could tell the ones who kind of never had anything because they pushed the envelope a little bit harder. Like they're rude to servers and
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I can't stand it either. But it shows you the lack of class because they didn't have it. So in Puffy's case, the bad boy persona was because he was lame, but he pushed the envelope too far if he was really doing all of the things that they're alleging.
But why now? That's my question, because I never heard about all of this adverse behavior coming out of Puffy or even Puffy's camp to this extent. Now I know they had some situations where they did live up to the bad boy persona, but it just wasn't this not, you can rename it the heinous boys. This is outlandish.
We need SVU on this.
Yeah.
We need Liv to come out and investigate this because, and you say why now? One, because of this law in New York, which is kind of crazy to me. Why do they have a law that's expiring that's helping people? Why isn't this just a law that's on the books? But nevertheless, I'm no legislator yet. Tammy may be one before me, but
no,
that was weird to me. But then it gives people to come out. But then you have people like we'll talk about tomorrow, Jonathan Major's girlfriend, who could be possibly lying. Because I did show videos. They had videos. She said he had hurt her so bad she couldn't move. But then they got videos of her out at the club the next day and said her hand was broke or something. But she was flipping her hair and all of that. So it's like when you get these laws and people see, ooh, it's an instant payday. Let's go cancel them. Or they start threatening you like, I'm going to have you canceled. I had a girl tell me that in college once at church. She's no lie. It just came to my mind. I was leading the youth ministry at church, and she told me that if I didn't do something, she was going to let them know all about me, and I was going to get set down.
Cool, yeah, that equates to cancel.
And
but it kind of makes you not think so poorly of Kanye when he has meetings. He has somebody filming the entire meeting.
You smart brother. You smart brother because you know what? People lie. You know, they tell stories.
They do.
And if you don't have
But
proof,
you know what the video don't do? It don't.
it
It
don't
tells
lie.
the story.
It
It don't tell
tells us.
stories.
Unless it's made by AI, but that's a whole nother
That's a
conversation
whole
too.
nother
Lord,
conversation.
geez. What world are we living in? Well, there's a new movie on Netflix that Valencia was watching, and so I watched it. It's called Your Last Days or something with Julia Roberts.
No, that's not that. That's
Very good.
You
it's
should,
not Your Last Days. It's something about the world. But Julia
but it got
Roberts,
Last Days. I thought.
maybe so. But it's
Did you
Julia.
see it?
I did. I saw it last night.
Isn't that crazy?
It kept me up till 2 a.m. Like,
2 hours and 20 minutes. I was like, nah, we don't gotta watch this.
what was your takeaway from that though?
One, I hated the ending.
I did too.
I wanted to slap the
that's
person at the end. Way
terrible.
go spoil it. But my takeaway was we're in a vulnerable. It's leave the world behind.
Didn't I say it didn't say nothing about Last Day?
Well, you didn't say the name. But my takeaway was we're vulnerable.
We're very vulnerable.
We're very vulnerable, and we're not prepared.
But you were even more vulnerable because you have a car that's electric, and you saw them cars, all them
Oh,
Yeah,
those
well,
cars
we don't want to tell.
smashing it.
Yeah.
But I said earlier in the week, I will never have an electric car unless I had it as an additional car. I will never not have a landline because I was in an earthquake, and the earthquake taught me that you have to have a landline because when the digital stuff goes out, you can't get out. Now, you know, I'm out. So I had to get on that phone somehow and call the airline so I could get up out of California.
Well, you know, in the movie, everything was just kind of shut down. It lets you know that we are kind of in the vulnerable. Now, my mind kept saying as I was watching it, because I didn't even want to watch it. But when the movie can grab your attention, it grabbed my attention really quick. And I was trying to hold the baby, do some work, and watch this movie. But it was like, wow, why would they make this movie and give them an idea?
I don't think that the movie gave them the idea. I think that art depicts life. And it's not that I think the movie is a warning. But what was the deer? What were the deer trying to tell you?
That was interesting, huh? Oh, Justin talking about so. Well, we just said, listen, go watch the movie. We're gonna have to have a whole conversation about this movie because there's so many themes in this movie, and I love movies like that. And then, of course, we all agree that we could slap the little girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to grab.
But she found a way to survive. Everybody else was in there wandering in the woods.
In the wilderness. Well, you know what? We not wandering in the wilderness.
She was feasting on those chips and everything else. So let me say this. You got to watch the movie, but you also have to have a list of preparedness. Like you really need to stock up on water because if in fact you do not have of the grocery stores and everything else shuts down, you need to be prepared inside your house. I remember my aunt who raised me, God rest her soul, she was an angel. But she used to always say, like in our basement, there was a fallout shelter, right? And she had canned goods. I was like, do canned goods ever expire? Because we've had these for 7 years now. So if something happens, are we going to eat this? Or she was like, yeah, we're going to eat it.
Yep. So, or stock up on some of that military food that you can get off Amazon.
Oh, now. Like the...
like
the kind they put in space.
Yep, the kind that just like that.
So I'm just gonna say this though: we're so dependent on satellites, right? Satellites actually give us the internet accessibility. If something actually did happen to the satellite, guess what? We would all be in a state of emergency. If in fact the internet moves slowly, people are pulling out their wigs, right?
Yep.
But I'm talking about if you just didn't have it at all, you got to figure out how you're going to pivot and survive. Well,
you know what? We're going to survive with the one who is a survivor. And that's none other than our Lord and Savior. But
King
you know
Jesus.
What we got to do? We got to keep praying. We got to keep praying. And we got to say a little prayer for Christmas. It's the Jackson Southerneers. Say a little prayer for Christmas right here on the Brunch Bunch. That movie was so weird.
It was deep.
Good.
It was deep. It was really
good. So many tones. The couples and the daughter and the poolside chat when they was chatting.
I gotta watch it again now that you're all mentioning like what do the deer represent and all that. Like,
so according to my friend Kenny, very, I'm not on. You know that, right?
Yeah, I was waiting.
Oh, because you was using it for the story.
So according to my friend Kenny, there have been deer sightings in real life, not in movies, all over the world.
Oh Lord!
There's deer by my parents' house every day.
No, hundreds of deers in swarms like it was in the movie.
Oh.
pull up the deer sighting.
Okay.
Well, I don't live by deers, so if I see some,
these were
I
in the
better
city.
be prepared.
I do, and they around. They only come out at night, and then they randomly come out during traffic.
Actually, pray for my father. He was in a bad accident yesterday. He hit a deer and totaled his car.
Yeah, because the deer gonna run off.
My grandfather hit a deer once. It bounced off the car. No damage.
Yeah,
Off.
those deers are built for it tough, not the Fords.
3 new wait.
CWD.
Yeah, but she got on my nerves, Joy. Tina, I'll be skinny too. Maybe I should just order that food anyway. Yeah, the movie was good. I just hated the way they ended it.
There's COVID in here.
That house was nice.
The house
Wasn't that house
The house
nice?
was dope. But that bunker was really nice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the neighbor house was even better.
So the man comes out there with a shotgun. Now, you gotta think about it. You gotta stock up on medicines. Buddy's teeth was falling out.
Oh, that was
really weird.
The airplane dropping propaganda.
That was.
Well, the airplane dropping.
What
Yeah, the airplane. That's what
The boat actually creeped me out.
Well, that airplane scene, you know, my nerves
That
was
super
so bad. I'm like, Lord, why did I just watch
backstage.
that?
bottle.
I'm backstage.
I'm not watching that movie.
I
What's
did.
that movie that,
What a guess? They not here.
Oh yeah,
2012.
2012.
No,
My
we
daughter
have
was
to guess back.
crazy when she saw that.
See if the rest here.
Your quest is at
Do we got a bio?
Our expert real estate and mortgage loan services. We turn your property.
I just got a question. No bio. You got a bio? Huh?
Your Pinnacle commercial is coming up,
Okay.
and then you need to speak
So
live.
whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, make your
Let me
next
see.
move
Let me see. Y'all know it's almost time to get a new hair color, right?
Oh Lord, what you should have had Christmas. I mean red around this time.
She did.
No, I'm talking about now, like for the Christmas season. Your
I had
red will
red
pop.
for October. Remember?
I know you should have did your orange in October because you had like an oranges color once.
I sure did.
Come on, Tammy. I gotta help you with your calendar dates. What the hell?
I'm not trying to match the season.
30 seconds, Marcel.
There's something wrong with this man. Y'all
Okay,
put it in
make
the
sure you
chat.
get this
Be
video.
quiet, Marcel.
Hello.
15 seconds.
What's in there? It don't look like ice cream.
No, it's in the freezer. Don't worry.
You got ice cream in the freezer?
5
Man,
seconds. 5 seconds.
I know how to count.
Oh.
What's wrong with the man?
If you're looking for reliable help during the season around the house, you're getting ready for your family, call Pinnacle Construction. Deacon Robertson will take care of you. That's 708-623-4814, 708-623-4814. Deacon Robinson and his crew will make sure that your house is up to point so you can host those family gatherings and you don't have to worry about any of them talking about the spots on the wall or the door falling off the end. Because I know you got some family that will talk about it.
You know what? That's the bad part of bringing family to your house during the holidays because they want to pick out all the flaws in your house, knowing that their doorknobs are clean off.
So, but they ain't got no doorknob.
Right.
But they worried about mine.
Sticking and hanging and twisting and something. That's how we do.
But, unfortunately, that's what, people, and it's not just family, it's people,
Yes.
Some people come and tear you and pick you apart and put you under a microscope. But that's okay. Call Deacon Robinson, let him get your house in order so you can host the family events. Listen, we got a great show for you. This is a great guest coming up. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
So that was your what's going on?
No. But I told you said you had a commercial. So depending on how they pay you, it's either a shout out or you talk after the shout out.
Yeah, but I mean, you had a.
There wasn't no drop. That was just a commercial.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh man, how you feeling, brother? I hate I couldn't make it to the tasting the other night. I saw the. Listen, I'm excited.
Pull your mic to your yeah, so you can. Thank you so much. And just remember when you're talking.
So
and
cut
telling all
this,
them important stuff, you gotta
Zoe.
talk about
Do
the
what in the call Cassidy.
that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So scrap what's going on?
Yep.
Several flavors in too.
What kind you got?
I bought a sweet potato ice cream, a banana
What?
ice cream.
You said sweet potato?
Would you back
I
up?
got one called holiday chill, which is eggnog ice cream.
Okay.
I also bought a bourbon
Calling
butter
My Name was after When the
I
Call
love
Cassidy, right?
A bourbon?
Who?
Yeah, bourbon butter.
Is it Calling My Name
Does
was
it
after
actually
When the
have
Call
bourbon in
Cassidy,
it?
right?
We reduced it.
Yeah.
Huh?
We actually reduced it. Everything's on me.
Produced
Nope.
bourbon.
Yeah, so we reduced it.
Wow.
So when you
Joy to the world, Ricky Dillard.
you put in there so much.
I see the burners.
Ain't nobody.
Oh. So you got a sweet potato, a banana pudding, a bourbon, and what else?
Bourbon butter pecan.
Together.
Yeah, that's one flavor. Bourbon
Oh,
butter,
wow.
butter pecan. Yes.
That sounds
I
delicious.
also bought the vanilla.
Oh, that's a song there.
Okay.
And also I bought the holiday chill, which is an eggnog ice cream.
Oh, that's
No
right.
bio though.
No, it's not giving one. I was only giving.
And where is your? How do people get your product?
Okay, so we have two locations. And one is at 46 East 47th Street in Bronzeville,
Oh, okay. 4647 East.
on the corner of Wabash and 47th Street.
And how do
Okay.
you pronounce the first name again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
then the other's in Olympia
They ain't bringing you guys in.
at 3252 Brown Road.
What in the call Cassidy?
So on today's episode of What in the Car Cassidy, let's be real. White Karens come in varying degrees of extreme, but the most common form seems to be the type of white woman who goes out of her way to weaponize her privilege to cover up her own misdeeds. There was the Karen who went on a racist rampage while trying to steal from a grocery store, or even the white woman who called the police on a black man who was simply bird watching in Central Park. Although things worked out in the latter incident, the Karen lost her job, and the black bird watcher got his own TV show. Most victims of Karens aren't so lucky. Enter Hannah Payne, a white woman from Georgia who tried using the dumbest lie to cover up killing a black man. On Tuesday, she was convicted of all charges relating to the murder of a 62-year-old Kenneth Herring, who she pursued after seeing him commit a minor hit-and-run accident of May of 2019. Now, according to WSB-TV, she was found guilty on all counts of felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm, and false imprisonment. If you don't know the story, Payne witnessed Herring allegedly hitting a tractor trailer, and he left without notifying the police. Legally carrying a concealed firearm, Payne took it upon herself to play Batgirl and followed Herring for about a mile before cutting off his car, making it difficult for the 62-year-old to move his car. Now, during the vehicular struggle, Payne called 911 and could be heard yelling, "Get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the blank car. I'm going to shoot you." When she did eventually shoot Herring after he would not get out of his car, she switched up and told the 911 operator, and I quote, "He just shot himself with my gun." Karen, please. It was previously reported that Herring left the accident because he was in the middle of a medical emergency, likely diabetic shock, according to 11 Alive News. Now, WSB TV reported that Payne was told by the 911 operator not to pursue Herring in the first place. Her sentencing hearing is tomorrow, Friday.
She's got to get the book, all the books in the library, all the books that have pages in it. She got to get it thrown at her.
I mean, I'm with you when you're right.
See, this only speaks to the fact that I have seceded Georgia from the 50 states. In my world, it's only 49 states because Georgia has lost their mind. Now, did the tractor trailer have a person in it, or it was just the tractor trailer?
He just tapped the tractor trailer, and Karen, I was putting the names together. Miss Payne said, "Oh no, you didn't, brother. You hit that tractor. That wasn't hers."
Yep.
She just saw him do it, and she pursued him.
Wow.
She thought it was her business.
Well, I'll be John Brown.
Well, I'll be John Brown. Listen,
this is crazy. You know that, right? Like, who in the world? It's the same thing that 911 told old boy when he was chasing after buddy Trayvon Martin. Do not pursue him. Do not follow him.
But that's why this Karen thought she could
Yes.
after they said no, because George Zimmerman got off and then became a speaker and got all kind of job offers. So she decided, oh, well, this is why the justice system has to be just. And it can't just be just us getting the book thrown at us every page, as you said. Man, this just aggravated me when I heard this story.
It is so aggravating. And now this man has lost his life because he was trying to save his own life. This is tragic.
And didn't get out the car. Now, she shot him. He didn't attack him. Then she lied. That's wild. So I can't wait till tomorrow to hear what the sentence was.
He shot himself with my gun.
The sentence says she got all counts.
Sure, she got what they gonna. Well, she got all counts. I want to know how long she gonna serve on each count now. Because here's the deal.
40 years.
We've seen it happen where they get found guilty of all counts, and then they get 30 days probation. They got to clean their community for 2 weeks and write a letter apologizing to the family. And now they off to kill another. And a podcast and a speaking contract and $1 million. Now, if it was me and I run down a white woman for hitting a tractor on the side of the road.
Her corn kernel.
Lord Jesus. I would have been hung somewhere under the jail. But
they would have strapped you up to that young pickup truck down in Georgia, drug you down to the Chattahoochee River, and the next
it wasn't gonna be the pickup truck time. They was gonna prove a point. They're gonna tap me to the tractor. So I know not to hit another tractor with nobody in it. I'm praying for this family, although it's 2019, they had to go through this trial. And
let me tell you something. 2019 is like yesterday when you're dealing with a tragedy. I told you when I went back to Atlanta, not this last time, but the time before that, it was because the young man who had hit my cousin and killed her in a vehicular homicidal situation, they were going to give him 5 years. And now he's already served 4. So he was going to be getting out that next week. Well, we came in there deep, right? And he got the max 15 years. And I've always said, and I'm not encouraging anybody to do this. In fact, I think the laws need to be changed about vehicular homicide because it is the easiest way to kill somebody and not serve the amount of time that a regular murder charge would actually bear. Now, granted, he was a drunk driver, but now when you catapult that over to first of all, you shouldn't have been drinking and driving. You knew that. That part. I don't care how old you are. You shouldn't have been drinking and driving. And then you've taken a curve at 100 miles an hour. And my cousin had just come back from school, her first year in college. She had a promise out of this world. Yes. But now here you catapult that and compare it to Herring. And he literally was too young, first of all, to be dead. Secondly, too young to be dead over a lie. And certainly his life was too valuable to be dead because you took it upon yourself to deputize yourself and take matters in your own hands. Now I'm praying that
it's sad. She didn't have any right at all to. She could have just called 911, said, "I saw this guy. Here's his license plate. He hit a parked trailer," and let them deal with it because that's their job. Her job was not to be Batgirl and follow him, speed, cut his car, block him so he can't get, and then shoot him while he innocently sitting in his car. Unfortunately,
he's overly anxious too because of his diabetes.
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, his diabetes.
That too. On top of all of it.
I would have been afraid, but it makes me think about when the lady shushed me in my ear at the theater. What if she could have been crazy like that and followed me?
What if she could have been crazy?
What if she would have been crazier? But it's like we when you think about these situations and when they get off scot-free, it licenses other Karens and Kens to go and do the same thing. And that's where we got to keep praying for our justice system.
Not only do we have to keep praying, but we also have to keep reporting because the more you know, the better you can do things about it, right? Now,
so Georgia, if you see a crazy Karen driving, speeding behind you, you call 911, you get yourself, listen, don't stop, don't Go past go, collect your $200. Don't stop at nothing.
Georgia is all carry state. Get your gas
Right,
and
get
get the
your,
getting.
well, we gonna get to get because listen, we got a great guest, Mr. Yahya Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
the owner of Shawn Michelle's Ice Cream, is in the building, and we're gonna talk all things ice cream right here on the Brunch
And
Bunch
we needed to.
on
Right
Inspiration
after us.
1390.
Holiday cheer.
That's right.
Yes.
We definitely needed to talk all things yummy.
Yeah, I was watching the trial and stuff yesterday.
Are you watching the trial?
And the big craziest thing too is that she lied and said that she thought there's a difference between pursuing and chasing or something like that.
Well, aren't they synonyms?
What?
Yes, they're the same thing. That's the problem. She was told by dispatch not to chase after, but she said she thought that they didn't have the license plate. So she was like, I'm just trailing behind them just so I can get the license plate. And she said she wasn't chasing him. It's like that's exactly what you were doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it don't take you that long to get a license plate. Nope. And it's 2020. In 2019, you have phone too. You take a quick picture and keep it moving. Because what if he would have stopped and turned around and shot her? You don't pursue nobody because then you got.
You don't.
Oh.
Pursuing and chasing.
Yes. No.
Those are synonyms. That's they're synonymous. Well, you know, when you're grabbing at straws, you grab at all the straws. The short ones, the tall, the long ones, the tall ones, the broke ones, whatever, you grab at the straws. And really, this is an indefensible charge. Like, you don't have a defense.
I feel never heard of instinct.
They're like, what you want us to
The
do?
world we living in.
I'm here to get paid. I was going to say I'm here, so I'm here on exactly. Give you my check.
We're going to talk about that. That's nice.
It's just insane that people just feel like they can just take stuff in their own hands.
That's terrible. But who does that? Like, you did that before, because you're
too comfortable to be doing
exactly.
that
That's the word.
time.
Millie and your wife not joining? Oh, she's not feeling good.
In the car already.
I know.
She got COVID.
Then they automatically want to feel.
Tell her because COVID is on the uptick.
They say that they buy them.
So you gotta get that test.
Angela Hill said, "Hi, town." You know you can look at that. Adam, you guys get Mr. Yaya on.
Angela's my sister in Atlanta. I'm never going back to see her though. Ever. I'm never going back to Atlanta. Never. I got COVID twice in Atlanta. And you know what? She told me that. She told me to wear my mask that last time, and I did. COVID and cute do not mix. You gotta wear that mask. You gotta pick one. You want to have COVID or you want to be cute? She was like, "Damn, don't lift your mask up." Seriously,
right? Yeah.
Yes. So powerful.
Well, that's a very, very wonderful question. Shawn is actually my sister.
Oh, wow.
And in 1999, she was actually driving to work. And it was a reckless driver who killed her in a car accident.
Wow.
And so Shawn was also in the culinary arts. I come from a family of the culinary arts. And so it's as a dedication, I said, what would be better than to name my business after her?
Mm-hmm.
What a tribute.
Yes, indeed. Before that, it was Jabril Supreme Cream. I opened up in about 1998 on 79th Street in the community where I was born and raised.
Okay.
As a way to, be an inspiration to others.
Well, you're definitely inspiring us here on the Brunch Bunch because when you came in and we asked you what kind of ice cream did you bring, I know for me, I was thinking, okay, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, swirl, whatever, whatever.
I was thinking lunchroom butter cookie ice
Oh,
cream, which
shucks,
is a
now.
favorite. But
Better sneak preview.
But honey, let me tell you something. With names like this, if the ice cream holds true, and I'm sure it does, sweet potato ice cream, banana pudding ice cream, bourbon butter pecan ice cream, and holiday cheer, which is your eggnog ice cream, and
Absolutely.
also your many people's favorite, your basic vanilla. Is anything but basic, I understand.
Well, you know, I want to speak humbly, but it's nothing basic at Shawn Michelle's. I actually call it my mother's famous slap your son, old fashioned vanilla. The kind you turn with the churn.
Yep.
Vanilla gives everybody our value proposition.
Mm-hmm.
If you say you're homemade, you should always start with vanilla.
Yeah.
Because see, mama wasn't making no banana pudding inside the churn. She
Sure
wasn't making a bourbon butter pecan inside the churn. Aunt Tia and Big Mama now from the South was making vanilla, right?
Yeah.
And so it tells the story because homemade ice cream to us is something that goes way back. We like to say, let us take you back down memory lane, but this time bring your children too. And if you go back down memory lane, you always had us cooking that fresh custard on the stove. And actually, the meaning of custard, it implies that it's made with eggs.
You're right.
You know, that old fresh cream, milk, and sugar, you know, less than 5 ingredients on the stove. And so that's our contribution. We're just trying to share that has been a lifelong favorite and has a lot of history where I'm concerned. Homemade ice cream does.
I love it. And I believe a black man not invented, of course, the vanilla bean plant, but he was the one who brought it to be used in ice cream. So that's so what set Shawn Michelle's apart from other ice cream shops in Chicago, and what makes it the go-to destination for ice cream lovers?
Well, I always like to say there's ice cream, and then there's ice cream. See, I respect all of the expressions in the culinary art, but again, our contribution, we're taking you back down memory lane. We specialize in that old school cooked custard, you know, the kind that you make on the stove and you throw it inside the ice cream churner with the rock salt. You know, that's what we have. We churn ice cream every single day.
Wow.
And of course, that's not a popular thing to do because it's expensive to do that, right? But we don't want to sacrifice anything that will take away from the experience that I first had. When I was a child, I played baseball. And one day after practice in Neverland Park, there was a lady on a bench, an older lady. And she had some stuff inside of a white bucket. It wasn't even hard. And it was homemade ice cream.
Wow.
And I never, ever, ever forgot that taste, that experience. And while in college, after I finished my undergraduate degree, I started my master's degree down at Western Illinois University.
Okay.
And I said, let me start experimenting on my frat brothers.
What fraternity are you in?
Of course, Omega
Psi Phi.
Throw up them hooks.
To the day I die. Right? And so it took over 6 years to learn to even make it palatable. So this isn't a recipe that was given to me by my family. I'm the first one in my family.
Oh, wow.
To make homemade ice cream. But it's my favorite dessert. I love ice cream, especially when it's homemade.
Wow, that is a marvelous story. And you know what? A lot of people think ice cream is seasonal, that it's only for the summer, but that is such a false narrative. Like, I'm looking for Christmas dinner to have ice cream on top of a cookie.
Or peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler ice cream on top of a chocolate chip cookie. Y'all feel me? Okay. Turn to your neighbor and say that's some good eating.
That's some good eating.
So I'm so excited about this, Yaya, because I want to know, like, in what ways does Shawn Michelle's ice cream contribute to the local community and support local initiatives? Because I know you're not just a fantastic ice cream shop.
Right.
You also are community conscious.
Yes, indeed. I think that's a great question. First and foremost, it's a scripture that says that we suffer from a lack of knowledge and that we, without vision, the people perish.
That's right.
And so I wouldn't have I would not have had the vision to start a business. I was blessed to be born in a family where my grandmother had a business. I was blessed to be inside of her daycare with her. She was a mover and shaker. My uncle, the owner of Triad Consortium, an architecture firm that's been around forever. As a child, I was in the studio with him and other black men working at the tables. That's when they had them big old erasers that you had to hold with two hands. They was drawn with pencils, you know? And so I want to extend that inspiration. I always say you can't be something if you can't see it.
That's it.
Right.
And so when we're able to see other black men from our community, in our community, working and doing things that's excellent, that plants the seed of inspiration. I think that's the number one thing. And of course, we also we're striving to be a part of that rebuilding process. When you go into our community, we don't see enough black-owned businesses that's creating products for us. You know, we're going
manufacturing.
to manufacturing.
Because really, that's what ice cream is. It's manufacturing.
Precisely.
Yeah. I love that. So Tammy kind of gave us a sneak peek, but how do you guys come up with the unique and seasonal flavors, especially during like the Christmas season? And then can you give us a sneak peek into some of your holiday offerings?
Absolutely. Well, everything that we do, it has some conditions that it have to meet.
Okay.
First of all, I have to love it.
That's the best one.
That's it.
Not like it.
You gotta love it.
I have to love it, right? And you know, I salute everyone that's doing ice cream. Every ice cream has so many different variations. But what we do, we take us back down our memory lane. We make those old cultural culinary favorites that's hard to find today. You mentioned peach cobbler. We do a buttercrust roll peach cobbler, warm baked peach cobbler that we pair with our ice cream.
So it's inside the ice cream?
No, it's a real peach cobbler.
We call this stump your feet. You know, you give praise and put your hand in the air. We got to stump your feet made with butter. We need the butter and the flour and our secret stuff to go in the flour. And we literally, we cook a roux. We just don't take some peaches and dump it. You know how people just take peaches and
dump
throw
it
it on top of some crust from the box. And
Yep.
Put some cinnamon and some sugar on top. Oh, no. We taking you back down memory lane.
You stomping your feet right now.
And look, and I'm texting Jackson like, get over to Shawn Michelle's and give me some of that peach cobbler. I was hoping you brought some.
Come on now, peach cobbler. We do the same thing with the apples. So we're, again, bringing back those old-time desserts that's so hard to find, those old secret recipes that you got to discover again. You know, we have a chocolate brownie that we literally was making this morning that you can't get a better ice cream creation. Not the kind of brownies that you get from the store and warm up in the oven, but we making it the old school way.
Now that's a chocolate brownie ice cream?
Well, we got chocolate brownie that we put in the ice cream. We make a homemade chocolate
So
brownie.
listen, Tammy, let me help you. They're not just an ice cream shop. They're almost a pastry shop too. They got the dessert. You know, that's always the hard thing.
Well, speaking of shops, these shops are, you can't, we're taking all excuses out. There's 2 locations.
Yes.
One is at 4647 East 47th Street. Again, that's 4647 East 47th Street. And
46 East 47th.
46 East 47th Street.
I said that 4647 East.
No, 46 47. 46 East 47. You've been out of the city too long.
No, I haven't. I just misheard him. But 46, thank you guys for the correction. I want y'all to get this right so you don't be like squandering around on your navigation. 46 East 47th Street, and then in the south suburbs at 3252 Valmer Road. Did I get that one right?
That's right.
3252 Valmer Road. Y'all, this is incredible. So now that's what we're doing now.
Yes, indeed.
But the now is not the end.
Not at all.
So the future endeavors of this brand often define its trajectory, right? So could you provide some of the insights into Shawn Michelle's upcoming plans and whether it's new flavors, collaborations,
or coming to the West Side?
Expansion.
Well, you know, it's another scripture that says, speak as if things were.
There you go.
Be and it is.
Yeah.
So you can claim it today with God's self. Shawn Michelle's in Atlanta, Georgia. You can claim it today. Shawn Michelle's in Houston, Texas.
Don't
Dallas,
go to Georgia.
Texas.
Don't go to Georgia.
No, go to Georgia. Get all that money, black man.
Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? And so absolutely we're scaling Shawn Michelle's all over the country. When you have something good, you got to share it.
You got to share
We
it.
got to tell the story. See, it's others coming behind me and coming behind us because of the inspiration that they experience. And I really love this environment. You can feel the environment when you come in here. You know, it's real.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
That's the kind of goodness that we want to continue to share.
Well,
This
you
is
sharing it,
incredible.
because on 47th Street, that line is always out the door. But listen, you know what, believers, don't go nowhere. We got more with the owner of Shawn Michelle's Ice Cream. But you know what? We're going to call on a name that's above every name that gave him the vision to make this legendary ice cream. It's calling my name, Hezekiah Walker, right here on the Brunch Bunch. Sorry, Oprah. I know you had another question. The producer said we had to take a break.
Just to get out the last one.
She was like, B, what's up? No, listen, we gonna Tammy, I'm telling you where I'm going. I'm moving down to the customer store.
When we come back, I'm gonna answer this next question. Okay, I don't know who you think you are.
You know what? Who voice is this? Well, it's my day, so
I don't care nothing about your day. You know why? Because on my day, you think you run my day.
I'm trying to hurry up through this interview so we can get to this ice cream.
Well, could you fade this song out?
Right. Wait, you know what? It's my day, Zoe.
It's putting me
You
to
can
sleep.
fade the song now.
I want to go to sleep.
This is Zoe's jam right here because she wanted to get it in.
No, it's not.
I just wanted to get it out the way.
We got to come down and bring you all and treat you and your staff to some of that peach cobbler.
Yeah. I messaged Millie this morning and said, tell him if he want, he could bring some peach cobbler.
And do you cater to? Like, do you?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got to talk about that.
Today, for sure. Absolutely.
It's hard to
Right,
find
right,
peach
right.
cobbler and ice cream
You know,
together, except at like a restaurant.
But let me tell you, I love them all so that I don't even like to mix them together, to be honest with you. They each have their own distinctive identity.
So you have the final say on what goes to production, right? Or goes to sale.
All right, we're about to go back live.
Awesome.
You know, and I don't.
You don't play no games with it.
Oh man.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and I'm posted with the Queen of Radio.
It's your girl T Breezy on the air. And I am super excited because you know what, Yaya? You said something that really resonates. How like Greekdom and HBCUs, that's really hitting a soft spot for me.
HBCUs.
Yes, but you know the alphas are good, the kappas are great, the sigmas are nice.
Our family.
But the omegas, when you find some of the most successful brothers in that fraternity. Not only that, what makes you all unique from all of the other male Greek fraternities is that you keep it 1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Yes,
do
ma'am.
not change. You still keep that
Yes,
community tie, and I love that because you are really showing the, like you said off air, the generation behind us, and even our generation that's coming in and saying, you know what, I fear for what I want to do, but I see him doing it, so maybe I can do it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's that manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift.
And I saw your bros strolling through the restaurant the other
You
day.
know, we marched.
Oh,
We stroll.
well, listen, I'm like, I don't know, but I'm.
And we were marching.
Well, listen, I wanted to be an Omega. You know, I wanted to.
You got that?
I think that, you know, in college I just wanted to bite booties too, but nevertheless. 1390. But listen, Tabby Oprah, you had a question.
Yes, I wanted to know that, you know, when you are dealing in sweets, you have sweet stories that are very memorable. Name one of the stories that that really stick with you in your ice cream history.
Man, there's so many.
Just one.
I used to work at a school on the southeast side, Powell, and there was a gentleman there picking up his son, and you know the guy look to be in our age group, right? And we had a wonderful conversation. And after a while, I started to realize that he had his whole entire mood started to become a little sad. And I asked the brother, I said, brother, everything okay? And he paused for a moment. He said, brother, he said, I just was thinking, I remember when my father used to bring me to your ice cream shop when I was a child.
Wow.
The one on 79th Street.
Wow.
And it blew my mind. And I said, wow, this is what it's all about. We had someone who came in on Tuesday that had not had this ice cream since 79th Street.
Wow.
And they did not know that Shawn Michelle's was Jabril Supreme Cream. And she started tasting the ice cream. She said, wait. I had this before.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, she said, there's a place on 79th Street back in the days. I said, this is the same ice cream.
Wow.
Right on Langley. And again, what makes us distinctive is what I call our value proposition. It's several different recipes on how to do everything.
Yeah.
But we still cook the custard.
That's
it.
Legacy
right there.
That's legacy.
Still churn the custard.
Believers, I am a big fan of Shawn Michelle's.
Yes,
I go as often as I can get past Roosevelt Road. But you want to get over to 47th and Wabash on the corner or Olympia Fields. Check them out online on Instagram, Shawn Michelle's Ice Cream. Listen, we're out of time, but we're not out of ice cream.
That's right.
We're on our way. Quickly, what you get?
And we also do a banana pudding custard.
And you cater.
Of course we cater.
And
we
they
got a
cater.
Custard as well as a banana pudding ice cream. But the old school custard, the kind you put in the refrigerator,
Mm-mm.
that's hard to find.
That is. Well, listen, believers, go on our Instagram page because Tammy and I headed to the freezer to get our ice cream, and we'll give you some reviews on these new flavors. But you know what? Here's the new flavor. It's Throwback Thursday. And we encourage you, like Reverend Clay Evans used to always say, go home, go to bed tonight, pull the covers around your shoulders, and go to sleep because the angels are watching over you. Tamara Fair, I love you.
I love you, Action.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love y'all. Up next is AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long, right here on Inspiration 1390.
Probably have 1 second, right?
Right.
Y'all, guess where we going? To the ice cream shop.
And I'll keep y'all updated on how my tamales pair with the ice cream.
We about to have a stomach ache. Not me, buddy. I definitely am not.
Get you all the ice cream.
Yeah, we're going to come around with you. And our camera crew going to get us tasting it. See?
See you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in on Throwback